what we will do is this, man. We're going to pay some bills.
Sure.
And the best way to do that is to talk about our good friends over at Manscape. You know Manscape, the leaders in below the waist grooming, right? I mean, the people that created the Lawnmower 4.0. I mean, we're talking about the originators of the Crop Reviver. I'm talking about the Ball Refresher. I mean, dude, they have everything that you need when it comes to your delicate twins that dangle. They have what you need. And when I think of the summer, as we're already in the heart of, right? It's July. You know when July is hot. In fact, sometimes people call it Big Deke energy. Others refer to it as hot guy summer. Okay. But whatever it is, you need to perform at a high level. And the best way to do that is to get the Performance Package 4.0. Has that Lawnmower 4.0 that we were talking about. You like Deke stash, right? Okay. You Manscaped has a light on it. You can't miss this thing, all right? You can't miss. I already talked about the Crop Reviver, the Ball Refresher, along with the super comfy Manscaped boxer briefs. And a cool little carrying bag. You can't go wrong with this thing, man. But more importantly, as we always say, Deke, if we're going to talk about a company, what's our rule? We said we got a rule, right? It's something like we got to be giving away promo. It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
We got
to be a good deal for all parties involved.
All parties, right? Not just us. Because if it's just us, that's selfish. So it's not just us. For all parties involved. So with that being said, we got a promo code, ladies and gentlemen. If you use the promo code MOATS, you receive 20% off along with free shipping. You can't beat that. Your delicate twins can't beat that. All of those areas that you might want to groom. Okay, we talk about that performance package. It has the weed whacker in there for them nostril hairs and those ear hairs. You cannot beat that. All right? Just make sure you check out Manscaped, man, and show them some love. But before we go, I did see people bringing up Cassius Marsh comments on the New England Patriots. Wow. You want to touch on this before we leave real quick, man?
Sure. Yeah,
because I got, if you got time, we got time today. If you got time.
I will definitely bring it up.
You know, like I said, I'm not worried about sleep anymore. I probably will fall out when we're done with this, but right now, baby, who needs sleep? I'm vamp-like.
Oh yeah, because we got some Dion Branch response comments.
Oh, I didn't see. So for those that don't know, Cassius Marsh, he was on someone's podcast.
Tom Segura,
that's what it was. Yeah. And do you have the exact quote? Because I know I'm gonna butcher it. Yeah.
I think this is it. This is on Pro Football Talk, NBC Sports. This got to be it. The Patriot way is extremely impressive. The work day in and day out, their work ethic over there, what they instill is pretty legendary, but they also treat players like crap. You don't have a lunch period. You get there and you have to make time to eat in between meetings, and they're like 5 to 10 minute periods where I would literally go scoop food, put it in a cup, and crush it real quick before I got to the next meeting. There's no fun. There's no, well, that's what I got in trouble for saying they don't have fun. Let's see here. This isn't the first time Marsh criticized the Patriots. Oh, I guess he did this before. Did he do it when he was on the Seahawks then?
Yeah, because it was like right after he left. Because he was up there for like 9 games, I think.
A lot of players thanked me for making it public and how bad they treat guys. I mean, they win games, so you can't really argue with championships, Marsh said. Was that the quote you're talking about?
Yeah. That was basically it, man. Because for me, when I initially saw it, I was a little upset that people, instead of, acknowledging the validity of his statement, because it's been confirmed by multiple people.
I was going to say, this isn't the first time we've heard
right, but
like
because it was Cassius, and obviously he's not the best player per se right now, people wanted to attack him about, oh man, how you going, this bum dude, man, this is sour grapes, he's bitter and this and that. I don't feel like players are bitter like that just because they didn't have success at the organization or they didn't win at the organization. I mean, I've said this to you before as well. With most players, because we don't love a lot of these teams that we play for. We like them because they pay us, but our love compared to like a fan's love is typically different, because as fans, you grow up adoring this team, worshiping this team. This is your favorite. And you think about all the years you spend emotionally attached to this team. Whereas for us, we're from different areas. We're fans of different teams, different players growing up. We might not even like this team. And then you get here and it's like, all right, cool. Now, if you play long enough here, like I did 4 years, yeah, man, you grow to love it. And obviously you see it still shows even after the fact. But I think about how many guys came in for maybe 1 year or 2 years, and these are still very dope players, but their perspective of the Steelers is a little bit different. And I don't think it's sour grapes. I just think that for certain people, man, it just isn't a fit. It just doesn't mesh. But I don't think that when a person speaks truthfully about their experience at the organization, we should bash them if they weren't necessarily good players or not. But with Cassius, though, man, from everything I've heard, that is right on par with the course. You're going to win. Or at least when they had Brady, you were going to win. Now, that's going to be the interesting part because last year was very different for those guys up there. And from personal experience, you can run it like a dictatorship. It can be this military style outfit when you are winning. But if you are losing, that gets old quick. That's part of the reason why you think of guys like Nick Saban. Collegiately, they're great. You're always going to be in control. You're always going to have the best players. It's always going to work. So that power system that they have, it works. At the NFL level, with his balance how it is, because you look at how the salary cap is.
Oh, what screwed him, he didn't get Breeze, too. That's what he said. I mean, it goes back to Brady, right?
Absolutely.
Like, if you have a really good quarterback like that, it could smooth any of that over.
Right, but when you don't have that guy and you still try to be this is my way, is this way the Patriot way, and you're not winning, guys don't buy into it the same way. But also, man, the Patriot way worked not just because you had Brady, but also because you had Brady taking less money than market value every year. That's not realistic. So all of those things played into that Patriot way being successful as well, man. But I like the Steeler way better. How about that?
Deion Branch had a response.
What Deion say, though?
He said, New England isn't for every player. New England is not the place you want to go and think you're just going to play first and do your work later. No, it's you work first and then we play. As far as playing the game in New England, I do not agree with him on that. I never had a situation where I felt myself or any of my former teammates felt like they were mistreated. Let's see if we got anything else. No, I think that's Branch's main comment, though.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, that makes sense to me.
I wasn't expecting them from Deion Branch. I mean, he won a Super Bowl up there. He was a Super Bowl MVP up there, right? MVP.
Yeah. I think he was a part of the first three with them.
He was, yeah.
And you got to consider too different eras, I guess. Especially if you're Deion Branch versus Cassius Marsh, what he meant to the New England Patriots franchise.
Night and day, man. They treating Deion like different. A god of it. Deion before, because think about it, that was before Brady blew up. That was the start of Brady blowing up. That's when you're winning the first and the second ring for him, man. So yeah, Deion was still very much legitimate.
Well, not only just won different eras for the Patriots, because Marsh is in there. I don't know when he was on the team, maybe in like 18, 19 or something like that. But Branch is up there without this player empowerment that we have right now, where he feels like he could come out and say this. I mean,
it's a safe space.
There's that, but I just don't think that. I don't even think the thought of a work-life balance was at the forefront of people.
Not at all.
10 years ago.
Not at all.
When Deion Branch was playing football either. Yeah. It was like you just come in. This is all you had. You didn't have the phone and all these other different types of opportunities.
Or these like platforms where you're able to directly talk to people and get out your opinion. Like you had to wait till a reporter interviewed you. And then you had to wait till that reporter put it in print and put it into paper. You know, like it was just way different of a time, man. Way different.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not like taken away from anything Cassius Marsh says, but there's just different levels to this because I think there are a lot of things that back up what he's saying. Yeah. But then you got a guy like Deion Branch, you probably got dudes that were really good on the Patriots. Like
Darrell like Brady. I want to hear Brady.
Dude, even Brady, but like say Darrell Revis or like dudes that were actually really good. It's like, no, we didn't care about this.
He's an interesting one though.
He would be an interesting one, I guess. But it felt like he just kind of played the part too whenever he went up there. He hasn't ripped on it, has he? I think
the biggest thing, I just thought stylistically it didn't work because they're more structured, whereas Ocho was more like he could just improvise. Like his route running was more, yo, this is what I'm gonna run. Like I'm the feature. Like hit me. And his routes were just insane, you know. But I think up there in New England, it's more of that timing. Like I want you to run just to this spot and turn around. I don't want you to try to shake this dude and get open. Sit here and just wait. And like it's just a different style of play.
I think he should have left it at, hey, it wasn't as much fun up there. It's tough, as opposed to bringing up. What was it saying? Like I have to rush to get lunch.
He said, you don't even get a lunch period. You just grab your food and you just go. Like I don't care about that, dude.
This is what you're bringing up to say that they were bad up there.
But you do got to eat though. Imagine if we worked all the time, we didn't get a chance to have a lunch break. That would be sad. I would be hurt.
You think it was like that? I mean,
I don't know. I've heard it was tough. I've heard it's bad at times. I didn't hear it was that bad. I heard it was bad. And this is from a Super Bowl champ, like a guy who won a ring with them dudes. Not played in one, because I know y'all. Oh, Debo. No, not played in one. Even though I got comments from him too, but from a guy that won the Super Bowl there, he definitely was like, "Yo, it's miserable at times, but when you win the ring, he says it makes it all worth it, and that's the difference." So. I don't think Cassius won a ring up there, though. No, because that was the year they actually did win it, but he was gone by then, though. He only played 9 games there.
Yeah. So, man. I mean, I don't know. It's bold just making those comments while you're still playing, too. Especially last year with Seattle. You're like a fringe guy.
Yeah. I mean, you literally could end up back on the street. Think about that. You could be on the street.
At least wait till you're retired to be safe.
You could be back on the street calling them up like, can I get a job? Can I come play?
I don't know. He's sticking with it, though. I guess if he made those comments last year, he's saying it again. It's not fun up there. But like we were just saying, sometimes work. It's not. I mean, it's supposed to be amazing fun every time. The work-life balance stuff is important. True. I mean, that's been brought to the forefront over these past however many years.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be perfect every time. It's not going to be. It's not going to be your definition of fun perfectly. And if it's not fun for you, if it's too much or you don't, then just don't play.
Nah, I definitely agree with that, man.
Bill Belichick's still employed. Like the people that are running it up there are still employed. So if you don't like it, either try to go to a different team or don't play football. I don't know what else there is.
But hey, man, he doubled down on it. I'm glad that he feels confident enough to speak on it, though, while he's still playing. That takes a lot of gravitas for effect.